What's happening? Upside down action. I'm filling holes in my yard because the dogs think it's really cool to dig holes. So I'm gonna fill them. We've got moles in our yard, and there's a bunch of different ways to catch moles, I guess, but there's a thing that stabs down in the ground and stabs them, which I think is probably the most effective way to do it, but I don't want my dogs to get stabbed. I think you can also put bubble gum down in the mole tracks. Moles can't eat gum. That'll kill them. I don't know. I think my dogs killed them more than anything, but they also leave giant holes. So today I'm filling holes, but I gotta put air in these tires real quick. It scares me every time. Isn't that funny? I got all this stuff. Make things easy. The stuff I've got to make things easy scares me, every bit of it. I'm just afraid. I'm afraid those tires are gonna blow out on me. One of these times, that is what's gonna happen. And it's gonna scare me to death. And probably blow my eardrum out. It's all right. Here's where I'm getting my dirt. So if you're watching the workout videos, this is like top corner behind the chicken coop. And what I do, I drive up here in the fall when I pick up all those leaves with my leaf catcher. I don't know if you've seen that or not. Anyway, I pull up just where I'm at right now, and then I sit on the board and I can reverse all the way down. I made like a trail through here, and I dump the leaves right back in the woods. It's pretty awesome. It works pretty well. What I noticed is that when I back around, I always hit this wall over here. So this is actually going to help me there too. 2-for-1 special. I hope this wagon holds this dirt. Wagons, these are great. They're cool. I kind of did something to this wagon to make it work better too. The problem is with these wagons, they're great. These are dump wagons, but they're flimsy. You want to be able to fill them, right? And use them, but they're flimsy. And the reason they're flimsy, I read about this. So to manufacture them, they got a price point, right? They figure out what they can make for the price that people will still pay the money to buy them. And so they make them so, you know, they're big enough to actually use them to load a good load in. And it works. Everything that they make works. But it's so flimsy because they have to save money somewhere, right? So the latch, let me just show you. This latch down here, this part, where if you pull that forward, it releases it, and then you can dump the trailer. That is so flimsy. After you use this just a few times, it doesn't want to work anymore. So I'll show you later what I did to fix it. And so far, what I've done has worked, but I don't know if it's gonna work forever or not. It won't work forever. Hope it works for a while. because I don't want to go buy another dump trailer to have it do the exact same thing. And I really want to buy a little tractor, but honestly, I'm afraid that if I have a tractor, I'll be fixing my own holes. Sometimes I do things that later kind of make me scratch my own head, you know what I mean? So, yeah, as much as it would be fun to have a little tractor, if I just keep with this where I've got to actually scoop the stuff with the shovel with my own hands, I probably won't do as much damage as I would with a tractor. But this is going to make it so much easier to turn in here to back that leaf wagon. It's called a yard sweeper, really. And it's actually really awesome. I don't know how much I got in there, but there's a lot of weight. I shouldn't say it's flimsy. It'll hold this. And that's way more than what I would want to carry if it was a wheelbarrow. Way more. Alright, let's just take that for now. Because here I am telling you what happens, and if I spill this, if I'm driving through my yard to get to where I want to put it, and that spills, it's gonna ruin my day. It's nice outside. I don't want to ruin my day. So let's just do this. We'll start with this. Let me show you the holes. See this hole right here? This hole is a big one. So it's a pretty good slope right here too. And I don't know what's gonna happen when it rains. I hope this dirt doesn't just all flow down the hill. It probably will. And probably my dogs aren't gonna leave it alone. When I put it out here, they're gonna come out here and the first thing they're gonna do is try and figure out what's underneath this new dirt, I'm guessing. So it's gonna be a bit of a process, but here I'll show you how to dump it. All right, let's see how this goes. Let me show you this. So here's the latch I was telling you about. Right here. And I've done all kinds of crazy things to make it work, but here we go. So there we go. And I wanna rake it, but I gotta fill in from, I should have dumped it up here. Anyway, whatever. Anybody getting seasick watching this? I hope not. Might be a little crazy. Let me set this right here. You can watch. I'm gonna drive the, let me do this. Get the rest of that out of there. Oh. Get this out of here. See, that's a whole load. That's the thing about dirt. You think you got a giant load? No. Way more than you need. And then you go to where you want to put it and start spreading it out and realize you need twice as much. No. I'll tell you what. This reminds me. reminds me of doing concrete work. Oh, goodness. Which I kind of miss sometimes, but usually no. Don't miss it. It's hard work. Some of you do it every day. All right. Oh man. You know what? It doesn't look bad right now. Just wait till the dogs get to it, see what they do, I guess. And what's really a bummer is I just put a bunch of grass seed down like 2 weeks ago. Not here. But look, you can see all that straw. I put all kinds of grass seed down the fence there. I already put some dirt in those holes over there. I got plenty more holes, so I'm gonna keep going. I got you sitting on a little stump in the woods. Little tree stump. So, fun fact, I have no idea why. I have thought a lot about this because we've got this really cool woods right here. And I can't go in it because I'm scared to death. You know why? Because they put rattlesnakes in it on purpose. Apparently, there was some kind of endangered rattlesnake. And I did look around before I walked in here to see if there was any. I mean, there might be some. I hope there's not. But these rattlesnakes were going extinct, I guess, right? And I don't know what good they do. I'm sure they do something good, whatever, to keep the ecosystem right. And I mean, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, they got a bunch of them to breed and regather, whatever. And then when they got enough of them, they dumped them right in these woods, which is right behind my house. They did it like 20 years ago, I guess. And I've never seen one, but apparently my neighbor shot one because it came down in his yard, shot it. I don't know if that's illegal or not, but they don't come out of the woods apparently unless they're really thirsty. I hope that's true. And it's been raining a lot, so they shouldn't be out trying to get out. And I'm right on the edge of the woods. So they don't like to come out of the woods. They wouldn't be hanging out where I am anyway, I don't think. But there was a drought one year, and so these rattlesnakes started coming out looking for water. One of them went into my neighbor's yard, he saw it, and he shot it. He says it was 6 feet long. That leaf just fell on my ear. I'm talking about rattlesnakes. It scared me to death. Anyway, be careful out here in the woods. Don't let the rattlesnakes get you. I got holes to fill. Keep digging holes here so I can have dirt to put in the holes in my yard. Also, I'm making my little lane a little bit wider so I can get my wagon in here easier. Problem is, I'm going through all these roots. Not easy digging right here. Anyway, this is all gonna, even though there's roots in it, all this, it's gonna, when it rains and stuff, it's all gonna fall down like that. It'll kind of make it a nice little, eventually it'll be kind of a wall, I guess, but for now I'm just making a mess more than anything. So moles are the reason this whole thing's going on in the first place. Moles. And I think moles like to eat weeds. So at this point I might be just making stuff up. But what I've heard is that moles like weeds. My yard is full of weeds, so they go in my yard. And when they go through the yard, they make tracks that looks like a mound everywhere they go. It's like they're just underneath the surface. And the dogs go and try to find them, and they dig holes on their trail. Dogs probably see it, you know what I mean? Or hear it or whatever. But they get these moles and they play with them until the mole dies. I don't think they necessarily want to kill them. They don't eat them. They just kill them. And in the process, they dig giant holes in my yard. But so, the cool thing about moles is when you find them, moles, because they live underground, they don't need to see. And I'm about to say something crazy because I don't know this for sure, but I don't think they have eyes. I don't even think they have eyes. Look it up. I'm gonna look it up too. That might be crazy talk. But I can tell you what they do have. They've got paddles. Their hands look like paddles. And they're really efficient for digging, I guess. Their hands look like tiny shovels. And they're like, you know, the size of a rat, probably. Oh, look at that. That's gonna cave. That's gonna cave in so bad. That's all right. So for this wagon, that's a full load. That's plenty. That's all it wants. That's all I want to risk. But when you find these moles, they stink. They smell like fish. It doesn't make any sense, but they do. Weird little suckers. Cause a lot of trouble. Thanks a lot, moles. Jerks. So let me just show you. These are the holes I'm talking about. I tried to show you the first time, but I didn't really. See that? Look at that. Not a big deal. There's some weed eater string. See these holes? Come on, dogs. There's a bunch more over here. This is what I'm going for. Filling all these in because I run over these with my mower and it just about throws me all the way off. Look at that. Daggone. It's a mess. I don't know how many more trips I'm gonna have to go up there and make, but see this too? Look at this. See that? That's this kind of fence that I laid down all the way around the fence. All the way around. Because my dogs were digging out underneath the fence. There's always something. There's never, ever time to just sit and do nothing, I promise you. There's always something to do. And yeah, we love our dogs, and they're awesome. But my goodness, they keep us busy. I'll say that. Here, I'll let you watch. We're gonna hang out and fill some holes. Is that a good angle? Tell you what, let's do it like that. So another cool feature of the dump truck, the back comes off. My goodness, it's gonna take a while. Whatever. You know what? This is what I'm doing right now, so it'll take as long as it takes. I may not, I don't know, we'll see. I'm definitely gonna fill the holes I just showed you, but there are a bunch more like them. I may not do them today because I think more than anything, I want to see what the dogs are gonna do with what I've got so far. It's windy, it's really windy right now. I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'm gonna fill these holes And then that might be it. I'm gonna fill them. I'm gonna go grab my rake. I'm gonna flatten it all out, and then I'm gonna let the dogs out and see what they do. And what I was saying is there are plenty more holes to do. But I think I'm gonna see what the dogs do first before I spend a bunch of time filling in holes, and then have them come out and in 30 seconds undo everything I just did. But I got other things I'm gonna do today that we can hang out and enjoy together. Anyway, I'm gonna let this run so you can watch me fill these holes. But I'm not talking anymore. Didn't go very far. I gotta go get more dirt.